Hello everyone, in the last video we have been discussed the following terms under topic 1 register transfer language. So in this video we will be discussing block diagram of a register transfer that comes under topic 1 register transfer language. So before discussing block diagram of a register transfer, let us understand what is register transfer. Register transfer. Now this register transfer is one of the micro operations. It is the one of the micro operations. Now what register transfer will do? What is the functionality of register transfer? See, to understand register transfer, let us take an example. R2 R1. Now what is the meaning of this particular register transfer micro operation? The contents of R1 copied to R2. The contents of R1 are copied to R2. If R2 contains any data previously, that data will be replaced by R1 content. That is what the meaning of register transfer. That is what the functionality of register transfer. Now what is register transfer? Register transfer is a micro operation. What it will do? It will transfer the content of one register to another register. Now here in this particular example, now this R1 is a source register. This R2 is a destination register. So always destination register data will be replaced by the source register. So this is what very important. Now let us take or let us improvise register transfer notation. R2 R1. The contents of R1 are moved to R2 register under predetermined control condition if P is equal to 1. What does it mean? If P is equal to 1, then what happens? The contents of R1 will move to the R2 register, right? So now what is P here? Now this P is a control signal. This P is a control signal which is generated by the control section. Right? So again I am just revising. R1, the contents of R1 are moved to the R2 register under predetermined control condition, that is P is equal to 1. Now what is P here? P is a control signal generated by the control section, that is control unit, right? So let us again have another notation for register transfer. P colon R2 R1. What does it mean? In this particular transfer, okay, what happens? The contents of R1 will move to the R2 register, right? Now what is this P? This P is a control variable. So this control variable is replaced by the what? Control signal. Earlier we used to have a control signal. That control signal is replaced by this control variable. Now what is this control variable? What is the speciality? What is the functionality of this control variable is that, so this control variable will allow hardware to perform transfer operation when control variable is equal to control variable P is equal to 1. So what does it mean? This particular operation, this particular transfer operation is performed only when P is equal to 1. Now what is this P? P is a control variable. So when P is equal to 1, what happens? Hardware will perform transfer operation. What is transfer operation? The contents of R1 will move to the R2. That is very simple thing, right? So now P is a control variable, right? Now let us see block diagram of a register transfer. So I'm just drawing a block diagram. See here, first I'll write P colon R2 R1. So what is this? Which means R2 contents, R1 content is moved to the R2 when P is equal to 1. That is what the meaning of this particular notation, right? So this is a meaning of this particular notation, right? So what does it mean? R1 content will move to the R2 when P is equal to 1. So for this one I want to draw a block diagram. So what I'll do, I'll take a register, R1 register. Okay, so again what I'll take, another register, R2. Fine. Now what is the functionality of this transfer operation? The contents are moved to the R2. So what does it mean? The output, n outputs. How many outputs are there? N outputs are connected to the inputs of the R2 register. See here I am writing n. What does this n? N represents number of bit register. If n is equal to 8 means 8 output lines will be there, n input lines will be there for R2, right? So that is what the n represents number of bit register. Okay, right. Now for this R2 I am just connecting load signal. This is very, very important. What is the purpose of this load signal? When load signal is activated, so when load signal is get activated, what happens? The contents of R1 will move to the R2. When load signal is activated, when load signal is high or activated, what happens? The contents of R1 will move to the R2. But when load signal gets activated, that is what very, very important. When load signal gets activated, when based upon variable P, when a variable P is equal to 1, then what happens? Load signal gets activated. Okay, so and the contents of R1 will move to the R2. But when P is equal to 1, who will generate P is equal to 1? Control section. So in control section, what happens? P will be enabled as 1. When P is enabled as 1, what happens? Load signal gets activated. When load signal gets activated, what happens? The contents of R1 will move to the R2. But question arises, when P is equal to 1? That depends upon the clock. Okay, right? So clock. So finally we'll just have a summary. The contents of R1 will move to the R2 when load signal gets activated. When will be load signal gets activated? When P is equal to 1. When will be P is equal to 1? That is depend upon the clock pulse. See here. So when will be P is equal to 1? See here, I am just having a timing diagram here. This timing diagram shows when P will be 1. Okay, right? See here. First I am drawing a clock. Yes. Okay, low, high. Okay, right? This is a clock pulse. Now this is a raising edge. Okay, lowering edge, raising edge, lowering edge, raising edge, lowering edge. So this P is equal to 1. When P will be 1? When P will be 1? P will be 1 at what? At raising edge. At raising edge, P will become 1. Okay, now this particular thing will become down. At another raising edge, this particular load signal will get down. So this is a load signal. This load signal will be low only. When it will become high? At first raising edge. It will become high. Okay, and next raising edge, at next raising edge it will become low, it will become low, it will become low until it will be high only. At first raising edge it will start becoming high, and at next raising edge it will becoming low. Time during this particular duration of time, transfer operation will be performed. Now at this particular point, what it will be, what P will be, P is equal to 0. Now at this particular duration, what will be, P is equal to 1. From here onwards, what happens, P is equal to 0. When, what does it mean, when P is equal to 0, what happens, the contents of R1 will not move to the R2, right? So this is what the timing diagram of register transfer. So you can see the phase diagram, you just observe the phase diagram. See here, the contents of R1 are moved to R2 when means when load signal gets activated, when load signal gets activated, when P is equal to 1. When will be P is equal to 1? When will be means that depends upon the clock pulse. Now you see here, at first raising edge, what happens, our load signal gets activated means it is becoming high. Up to here P is equal to 0 only. From here onwards P is equal to 1. Okay, when P is equal to 1, at raising edge what is happening, P is equal to 1. At next raising edge it is becoming low. So now here it will become P is equal to 0. When P is equal to 1, what happens, register transfer operation performed. Okay, when P is equal to 0, what happens, register transfer operation will not be performed, right? In the next video we'll be discussing bus transfer and memory transfer. Thank you.